Morning, pen friends. How we doing today? Greg already jumping out the box before I even hit the live button. Greg's dropping that giveaway. All right, let's do it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, fam. Get them early, get them often, right, Greg? Oh, here's one. Here's some cool one. Here's a fancy one. Fancy one. All right, we'll get it out to y'all early. Here we go. We're going to see. All right. Nanami. Cafe Note. B6 Slim. Is this 52 GSM? Schmevlin. Where's my alerts, yo? Schmevlin, 55 months of subbing. Let's go. Hope you're doing awesome. I'm going to see you in February. Aren't these 52 GSM, Tomoe? Like OG? Isn't this some OG stuff? Yeah, this is a great notebook. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get this rolling, and we'll see what's up. This is from one of our mysterious benefactors. All right, giveaway's open. Giveaway is open. Toby's here. He's got his toy. Oh, I don't know if he got his beer or his pizza. We'll have to see. He's hiding behind the table right now. So yeah, this is the good stuff, chat. This is the good stuff, chat. So thank you, Greg, for the point redemption. I apologize. I went too late to the Italian candies from Tainted Crimson. So I had to go for the coffee, the Sperlari Lavazza. It's really good. I could eat a bag of these. My favorite size from what I remember is B5. I think bigger than A5, not as big as A4. A B5 is a great size. Is B5 bigger than A5? B5 shouldn't... Is B5 bigger than A5? I don't know. I'm not used to seeing B5, so I don't know. But I can be talked into the B6. B5 is bigger than A. B is bigger than A. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, so this would be bigger than A5. So I guess, yeah, no? A6. I'm thinking A6. This is B6. So A6 would be about right here. So yeah, gotcha. Yeah, Tainted Crimson. I'm enjoying them too much. So I'm thinking I need to Tam Servo. I don't think so. I haven't been to the the P.O. box this week. Now I'm confused. I don't think so. I don't think so, Tam Servo. So B6 is a great size. What I like about these is how thin they are. Despite, I mean, this has to be 200 pages, right? Oh, excuse me, 384 pages. Yeah, Andrew's an A3 guy. Yeah. Yeah, let me know, Tam Servo. You can email me. 384 pages. This is crazy. The Cafe Note is, I think, a B6 narrow. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. It says it right there. B6 Slim. We're not wound up yet. The coffee candy has not kicked in yet. I apologize. Yes, B6 Slim. There you go. Is that a white Explorer? Yes. So I haven't gotten a light of yet, but I'm messing with the Explorer. Have you seen the Blackwing's gardening pencil? No, but if you link that to me, that's going to remind me to order the extra firm core for a review, and I will take a look at that. The P.O. box should be the receiving department. Well, the receiving department needs a talking to. Like, I wasn't even planning on going over there. What's today, Wednesday? I might go over there tomorrow, given their mess. I'm writing a book on A4 paper. It's kind of tough if it takes so much to fill each page. That's going to be, you're going to love that when you're done, even though the process is intimidating, right? Like, that's super intimidating. So you should be proud of that. That's really cool, Jens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take Toby to the receiving department, and he's gonna have to give him the talking to. I'd actually drive him to the post office, but he stays in the car. Believe me, he stays in the car. Last one I wrote was on B5. I need to take a look. Does anyone do? Who do you use for B5? Chat. All right, this giveaway's over. We'll pick a winner in just a second. Who do you use for a B5? Who's making a B5 that I should check out? Does like Midori have them? Writing a book about A4 paper? Galen, Kikuyo. Kikuyo doesn't surprise me. Archer and Olive. Let me write this down. Clairefontaine. Okay, Kikuyo, Clairefontaine. Those make sense. Like, the last thing I need is a B5 notebook, but y'all at least have me curious. I need to start a new sheet. Let's do it. Continued. Mormon makes a B5? That doesn't surprise me. BW Garden Pencil Sit email. Okay, cool. I will pull that up. Okay. All right, cool. All right, let's do the... Just spent the last 20 minutes filling a fiddle pin. I don't know what that is. Now I'm wondering, was it me or was it the pin that was problematic? Oh, Archer. A fiddly pin. What fiddly pin? I need to write down. I meant to write down Archer and Olive. One of the things I was going to work on this coming year is to review more paper and actually kind of broaden my horizons on the paper front, even though I test and try a lot of paper. Oh, Toby got the beer. No pizza. It's beer. It's a beer morning. Isn't it a little early for that, buddy? All right, let's pick a winner. Thank you, Greg, for redeeming your channel points. And you got in there early, so that means like an hour from now we can have another redemption. Paper reviews are hard. Jacob's on a heater. Have I even sent Jacob's last prize? Jacob, yeah, Toby says mind your business. Jacob, I think Jacob won one on like the pre-Christmas, like I didn't want to go to the post office ones. Jacob, did you win one recently? Do I owe you like 2 things now? Jacob won the B6 cafe note. What? Didn't you win like something? Do I still owe you something? All that stuff's out in the shipping departments. I don't know, but seems like I'm remembering correctly. My piles of notebooks are holding up the shelf above them, above my bureau. That's funny. No Medic, what's up? Hope you had a good stream this morning. Looked like you were chilling. Last week you won the Bolograph. Okay, so I have not shipped that. So this will be perfect. I'll ship that together. Guess what, Jacob? You have to send me another email because that's the rules. Send me an email. Tell me you won the cafe note. And then I'll ship all this together in the new year. I'm not going to ship this week. I have decided. Oh, especially for me, Namiki Winter Vlad. Do I owe you something? That answer is almost always yes. Putting the Jetstream refill in my new roadie. Do I use the O-ring that is on the Jetstream? 100% yes. Just load it up exactly as we built it in the package. Just pop it right in there. It keeps the tip rattle down. It makes it a very comfortable writing experience. All right, Jacob. You didn't expect a Brad today? Nice. Yep, I'm going to be here today and tomorrow. You owe me something I've not won yet. Ferret, you're in the Zero Wins Club, yes? Ferret Fawcett Zero Wins Club, if I'm not mistaken. 0 wins. 0. Yeah, you know the rules. That was a little bit of a humble brag, I think. Like, Jacob wins so much, it's like, yeah, I know the rules. I got this. Ferrets in the 0 Wins Club. Dun, dun, dun. Brad, didn't you have a Tupperware tub and shipping department of winners from the blog who didn't contact you? Oh, do I. I might have to, like, reboot all of those giveaways at some point. I mean, they're well past due, right? Had a fun morning testing out a ton of paper samples from Got Print. Looking to have some FP-friendly stuff made, and they offer a sampler pack of all their papers and coatings. Ooh, that's super smart to get a sampler pack. I wonder if they have index card stock. All right, Jacob. Back on Slumberland Studio, saying, like, don't I have a bunch of stuff from people who won things but didn't contact me? The answer is yes. How long is a long enough time to hold products for waiting for people to reply? 1 month? I'm like overly generous. I asked Anna this. Anna said 2 weeks. 48 hours. Oh, yeah. I have stuff that's like years. I have stuff like 2 years. And I'm not even talking about this stuff because y'all are here. I'm talking about like the blog giveaway stuff, right? Like, and I directly contact those people by the email that they signed up with, right? So it's not even like an arbitrary that person needs to follow up. I'm saying, hey, you won, and I've sent the email. Send me your shipping address. 30 days is more. 30 days is probably more than fair. I seriously have stuff that's multiple years old. I have St. Jude stuff from like several years ago. You could put a note in the giveaway emails. Maybe your emails goes to their spam. Yeah. But then there's like nothing I can do about that, right? It's like at that point, there's nothing I can do. So because I also post it publicly, right? The email isn't the only contact. It's also, hey, revisit this thing. I've also sent you an email. So it's like twice. I've had like 2 forms of contact, one very direct. So, yeah. There is, so Mackie, yes. And I think I have it set, it's either 2 weeks or 1 month. But no one reads that. So I'm totally covered. Like, I don't mind that. But for work, when we do giveaways, we put a clause on the official legal rules that they need to respond to verify their win within a certain amount of time or forfeit. Yes. So I do have that. When I do the Gleam giveaways on the blog, those are in the rules. I'll have to go look and see. I didn't do a giveaway this week because I just wanted to limit the shipping, even though tomorrow is going to be nuts on shipping. So this is a long way of saying I have a bunch of stuff that's sitting there that needs to get back into the icebox of happiness. Oh no, Greg, that stinks. There's a bunch of junk going around for sure. Like, my dad's had some stuff, and it's not COVID or bronchitis or flu or anything. It's just crud. I never check my spam. I check my spam a lot. Probably a couple times a week. Just because I've had things... I get enough email that things sometimes do get falsely sent to the spam folder. What was I going to look up? Oh, Namiki Winter Vlad's pencil thing. Currently the second biggest COVID wave in North America. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I did see the gardening pencil. I did see this one. Where'd it go? Dang it. Bum, bum, bum. Where are the volumes? No. Bum, bum, bum. Where is the current release chat? Wow, this is really difficult. One time I checked my spam and there was a response. Yeah. Everyone do a search. I don't think, I think if it's someone I knew here, I would tell them here. Any hippo notas in that stuff? I don't, there may be one. Maybe one. All right, so we're just going to go to someone else here. So, no. So, Namiki Winter Vlad was asking if I saw the gardening edition. Turns out I have seen these. They're cool. I like them. I like the color. I like the ruler on there, so you can grow your plants. I think it's a cool color. I like that colorway, but I mean it's fine. No Pen Addict in my span, just Pen Addict. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so what's the extra firm, chat? Is that on Blackwing? So is this the one with the extra firm? What was this one called? Volume 2. Glow in the Dark Lightning Edition is extra firm. XX firm. Okay, so I need to buy this one. This is the only one with XXF, right? All right. So this is, I should be able to find this pretty easily. Yeah. I would imagine I could find this pretty easily. Has anyone tried these yet? Has anyone tried the extra firms yet? I'm feeling a wooden pencil kick coming on. Does Blackwing not use BHB? Yeah, they have their own scale. They have their own scale. So it's based on just name. Firm, soft. Is it medium? Is medium before soft, or is it like extra soft? No. Is extra firm more firm than the naturals? The naturals, I believe, are extra firm. I think this is the first extra. So, whoops. I believe these are just extra firm. Yeah, these are, so it should be firmer than, oops, sorry. So it should be firmer than this. Do you always have to buy a whole box of Blackwings? Almost, most retailers are required to. That's why if you can go to an in-person shop, they'll sell you singles. You can find singles somewhere, but most of the time, yeah. So yeah, it should be firmer than this one. I know, I want to try them. Should I ask how much those are? I mean, they're pretty expensive. They're $27 for a dozen. So, they generally have 4 main cores. So, extra firm, and then how do they call these? They just say it's the softest. So the matte is the softest, and then the pearl is balanced. So soft, balanced, firm, extra firm, and now extra, extra firm. Brad, if you don't want a dozen, I can send you 1 or 2 when my order gets here in a day or two. I think I'm going to order this one because I'll probably do some giveaways with it. But I appreciate that. I think I'm going to order this one. So yeah. So that's the now 5 grades. Soft, balanced, from softness to hardness. Soft, balanced, firm, extra firm, now extra, extra firm. They're gonna have to rethink this probably pretty soon if they keep adding in grades. Like if they do something like around 4B, like I would be into that. Are they just gonna go extra soft? Good morning there, Lenny. Yeah, they're probably like the most expensive dozens going for sure. That's kind of why I stopped doing the volumes. Like I just had enough. Like I wasn't using them fast enough. But I do like them. So yeah, I'm gonna order some of the extra firms. Yeah, right. Rattler Gin, more soft. Like they've kind of set themselves up now. I'm surprised they did extra, extra firm, to be honest. But as someone who prefers pencils on the hard side, on the H scale, like the firms and extra firms, I would I do enjoy like a good 4B. Like that Tombow Mono 4B is one of my favorite pencils ever. Do you feel like your auction on the Blackwing pencils was worth it? It was more than worth it. Yes. I draw with 4H. These would be cool. Yeah. I bet it's still softer than 4H. I would bet my money that it's softer than 4H. 4H is where you really start to see the firmness and the definition in the line. I bet these are probably more like 2H. Because the 602, which is firm, is pretty much like HB, right? And so the extra firm is only slightly firmer than that. So they're probably more like in 2H range. I bet. We'll see. I'll be interested to try them. Because 4H is like super aggressive. Most people won't like a 4H. Like it's really good as a tool, like for you for drawing. I can't write with a 4H. I've done some writing with 3Hs. And it gets a little bit tiring because you can't see it as well, right? Because the line's lighter. But for drawing, they're awesome. Higher number H is harder, higher number B is softer. Yes, HB's in the middle. So H is hard, B is soft. So then the higher number, the more extreme of the H or the B. So if you HB's in the middle, the further away, the more extreme they are, either very, very firm or very, very soft. Use 4H for roughing building plans. Yeah. Once you get to like about in the 4 range, like on either side of the scale, once you get past like the 4s, there's starting to be like very specialized, right? You want to have a reason to use something further out, in my opinion, right? Artists, drawers, architects, things like that. They become less writing instruments and more tools the further wide you get. Like you're going to have reasons for that. I think 4 is about the extremes on both sides. I like the firm pencils because I like writing with pencils. I don't really draw with pencils, but writing with them is good. Like 2H is kind of like that sweet spot for me. That was a big horn. So yeah. Morning, Brad. USPS came through and my torch roadie was raised from the grave. Unbelievable. We've gotten a lot of emails this holiday season. Hide it from the wife. I'm so glad it arrived because that one was going to be tough to replace. That would have just been like a straight up refund. It's like, whoops. I understand my acids and alkalis. Have no clue when it comes to pencils. Yeah, and I don't know enough about the pH scale to know how that would relate. Yeah, that's why I gave them away, Aurelius. They were like super extreme, but it's cool to have a kit of that. That's the mega ends of the spectrum, right? 12H, 10H and 12B. Woo. If you like pencils, then what sharpener do you prefer? I just got a stand that I'm loving. I prefer the Uni KH20 desk sharpener. Is my favorite sharpener. It's right behind me. It's this blue one right here. Uni KH20. I can get it down if you want to see it. B, the higher numbers are good for shading and blending. Yeah, for sure. B gets way more high-end, high number B gets used way more than high number H because the high number Bs are very artist-friendly pencils for shading, drawing, coloring. Lots of graphite on the page when you start getting into those upper Bs. I'm tempted to buy one of the Caran d'Aches one of these days. I'm pretty content with what I have, so spending that kind of money for like a marginal difference hasn't been up my alley, but I'm pretty tempted by it because it's cool. It goes up to 14B. Yeah, we gave away a 12B yesterday. And Digital Medievalist is also very right. Some companies use the scale, but the scale isn't universal necessarily across brands. They're ballpark, right? But if I buy a Tombow 2H and a Staedtler 2H, there could be someone who's very into that's going to go, oh, that Staedtler 2H is much harder than that Tombow. Maybe. Like, yeah. It's like nibs. Yeah, very much so. So, yeah, it's not like an A4 piece of paper that is a very fixed, despite what people might make. A4 is a fixed dimension. 2H is not a fixed firmness. So, if that makes sense. I use 4H in the mechanical pencils. I don't think I've done 4H in the mechanical pencils. You okay? He's being super weird. 2B in Kuratoga is perfect. Yeah. That JetPens link has a chart. Yeah, you can find lots of charts. And it's still like, they will be slightly different between brands. But I used to never use the softer side of the ledger. And now I kind of enjoy that. If I really want to get like a good pencil feeling, I like the softer ones. But if I want to write small, like if I'm copying a novel, which I was just thinking about this morning how bad I've done on that project. I've used pencil before, but I'll use the firm ones. I have a hand sharpener that makes lead exposure greater. Got it from an art sub box. Nice. Oh, and for like a handheld sharpener, I like the Coom 2-step, which is just like the basic $5 handheld sharpener, the Coom's 2-step. It looks like this, but not Blackwing branded. I just happen to be on this page. So you can find one like this for less than half this price. So it's got, I like having I like long point sharpeners. Yeah, like Frit me saying. So you do it in steps to make the tip correct. So if you're looking for like just a smaller handheld, it's really, you should probably look over here. This one is the one I use. Skogsy, 27 months. Why aren't my alerts working? This is infuriating. What's up, Skogsy? Yeah, way to hit and run yesterday. No, that was great. That was great. Congrats. Yeah. So this is my favorite just handheld sharpener. When I use a pencil, I sharpen them with my Stanley knife. I've done some knife sharpening too. I use the open L blade for that, but like the box cutters work well. So yeah, there you go. So that's the one I prefer. And then this is the desktop sharpener I use. Uni KH2 hand crank. So those are the ones. All right. Was I going to write something else down? Nope. I remember my drafting class in junior high where we actually shaped the lead with sandpaper. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally makes sense. And then I've always liked the, I don't use them, but the lead pointers, like the little swirly thing, that makes like a needle. Like that is very stabby sharpener for like the engineering pencils and the clutch pencils. I have one in the closet, but I've just rarely used it because I don't use the clutch pencils that much. This new roadie definitely finding its place in my new pocket pen design idea for a future version. Include a glass breaker on the end. Can never be too prepared. I'm thinking how that would affect the magnet. I don't know. It would have to be a different design, I think. You can't sharpen colored pencils with a regular sharpener. It depends. So that uni has a stop. It'll flatten the tip. So there are a few. Pencils with wrong click. With stops here. So this one you can use for color pencils. So I've had good luck. This is what I use for like my Tombow Origitins. But the handhelds would not work. I haven't had a problem with like brittleness. Link Brad to what? To this one? This is what we're talking about? Yeah, those crank handles, Dolly. I don't know how to spell them. I haven't tried one of those, but those Doll get good reviews. I just don't. I have my uni and I have my classroom friendly, and the classroom friendly leaves teeth marks, even though it sharpens better. I use it much less because of that. And I just haven't gotten to put on, like sometimes I'll put tape on the pencil, like if I'm really being pedantic about it. But sometimes I just go for it because the point is that much better. Can I ask about your process techniques for managing your to-do list and your plotter, writing down new to-dos and ideas, someday to-dos, what to do today? Yeah, that's a great question, Papa William. Yes. So I'm mostly a what does my week look like type of planner. So in my plotter, I will take the week as a big picture, Monday through Friday, on the left-hand side of the page, which I can show you, which you've probably all seen before. And this is a pretty common layout structure. So this is like this week's. So I'll have my 7 days here, and this will be like work stuff or business stuff, and then the same matching 7 days. So it really kind of goes all the way across, and this will be like personal stuff, like, you know, what's my wife's work schedule, what pickleball do I have scheduled to play, stuff like that. So I want to know in general, what do I need to accomplish that day? And then, not in here, but a lot of times, if I have one-off tasks, I just add them to reminders on my phone. Like yesterday when we were talking about the pilot price increase, and I wanted to save a link for the blog, but I wanted to remember to go get that link, I put that in the reminders app on my phone. So pilot price increase link, Toasty Treat blog. So there's a few things in here that I need to, separate from this list. So this is like the big picture, right? I have 2 big articles I need to write this week. Well, one really big one is the year in review. So I start writing this down a few days ahead of time to start working on this. Like I started this morning. And then this afternoon, that's basically going to be my focus, right? So I want a broad view. If I have smaller tasks that I need to do immediately today, they go digital. And then that's kind of it. I've been dabbling with another app. I don't think it's going to stick. There's like a block tracking app that looks cool, but I don't think I'm going to get it. What was it called? Structured. But I haven't really set it up. So I can take my day here, like I could have done this. I could do, it is cool. So if I do stream, like it'll pull up the Twitch icon. It's kind of neat. Stream. And then you can set the timer from 10 a.m. for an hour and a half and create the task. Then I'll put in a stream. Like it'll block off the time window during the day. So I'm dabbling with that. So it is cool how it just like pulls in like the little Twitch logo. It's kind of funny. And then the podcast has got the little headphones logo. But I have some like duplicate entries. It's reading some stuff from reminders. So, but it does, I don't know. So I use kind of a combination of digital and analog. Does Plotter have a vertical weekly insert? What do you mean vertical weekly insert? Vertical weekly insert. What about longer term things you need to do? Yeah. So, okay. So that's the biggest challenge. So I keep some generic lists back in here in the open section of my Plotter. So like review list, like, you know, things I want to review later or things, you know, I need to consider reviewing. My shopping lists were here. I just had to, that was just some notes I wrote. Podcast topics, potential collaborations, shopping lists. So yeah, I will keep some dedicated lists in here for projects. But I was actually just thinking about this morning, how to manage the bigger stuff, the longer term stuff. And that's where I fall a little bit flat on what I have set up here. So I don't have bigger projects capturing down. So I don't know if I'm going to use it for like this. I don't know if I'm going to use an app for that. So yeah, that's one of the things I'm considering because I want to do some more collaborations this year. And there's steps in those processes, right? And like this doesn't capture that. I could make sections here, you know, just to have different dividers, right? In here, but this tends to be more free flowing. I don't know. I could have like project pages in here. I don't know. So there's a couple of different things that I need to figure out. So this will be a way, or this is going to be something we'll talk about a bunch as the year goes on, because I have more things I want to do in 2024 that are going to require some different processes than I have right now. So those are the things I'm actively thinking about these things, Papawio. What digital tools might help me, what analog tools could work. And there's a few different things I'm trying to solve for, and I'm not there yet. I'm pretty solid on my daily and weekly planning. Once I get into the bigger scope of things tend to get lost. That happens. Like I have some digital files with ideas and lists and things like that. So I don't know. I think that's a topic I think you're going to hear me talk about a bunch in the first couple of months of the year as I try to figure out. Like I downloaded a bunch of digital apps to play around with. Some like the databasey brain dump type of apps, but no like planner apps or to-do list, task lists. Reminders has been good enough for me to just get the basics done. but from a project perspective, I'm lacking, and I want to work on that. So I could ramble on this a lot because I don't have any answers yet, so I'm thinking about this a lot. So do crime is on Toby's list. Right now he's on do nap. So he had his fun. So Papa Weo, always keep asking me those questions because I think it's something that's going to be at the front of my mind for a while. How about a separate project notebook? I'm very considering that, Boss Baker Chris. I have to commit to that, though. We're going to see. That is something that's in my head right now. I was thinking about, this is one of those stupid things. Isn't the plotter supposed to be for project management? You can. I think with the bigger A5 sizes, you could do that with the different layouts that they have for what I use this one for. My layouts are a little bit more limited. But there's like pull-out layouts. There's Gantt chart layouts for the plotters. I would want an A5 plotter if I was doing that. And that's something I decided I did not want out of my plotter. So I was thinking it wasn't a dream, but it was a laying in bed thing. You know how I always talk about how I want my my brain connected direct, like hot wired into a notebook. I was thinking there should be a tattoo with like electrical wires coming down from like the back of my neck and like going down this arm, and then there would be a pen on this arm, and then coming down this arm, and then there'd be a notebook on this arm, and that would be the AI Brad. So that was the tattoo dream I had the other night, where it'd be like hardwired from my brain into my pen and my notebook. So there you go. My wife would fire me. Anyone know who I can take my vintage pens? I know nothing. I just got from my mom to fix them. I would wait till a pen show. If you're going to go to Baltimore or DC or something in the area. Yeah, I just doxed you, so too late. And see, like there's people like Martin's Pens, Indie Pen Dance, Ron Zorn, Danny Fudge, types of people you could look at online. But you're close enough to like Baltimore, like 2 months away. I would almost even if they can't do it there, to do the handoff and have the discussion there. Right. I use a whiteboard for projects, long tasks. That's a really good idea, Foul Dogs. One of the things I've always wanted to do is use like the Kanban board setup. I think that would be super smart for the types of work that I do, and I haven't done it. Morning Magical Quill. And yes, we do have coffee emotes here. I had coffee candy earlier. A5 project plotter to assist. I don't need another plotter. I'm super content. I would just use a notebook. I set up my mini journal for January. I decided to do an individual journal per month and found some FP-friendly 30-page notebooks. That's super smart. Got my beautiful navy leather A5 plotter and lots of refills from a Slack member. Love the journal and the paper. Yeah. Yeah, I love mine, but I got rid of my A5 one for a reason, because this works better for what I need. Can't you do Kanban with Post-its on a wall? Yeah, that's why the whiteboard comment made me think of that. Like, Kanban is essentially a digital whiteboard to me. Debbie's acting weird. All right, let's look at this Pilot Explorer. Let's do another giveaway, and then I'm gonna do an unboxing. You always need another plotter. I have 2 plotters to give away. One that I bought and one that a friend bought. So we'll probably do one in January. Maybe use Notion for the notes. So I've downloaded Notion. I've downloaded Notion, Airtable for a different project, Obsidian, and Craft. I mean, I might not get past like the intro and like, no. So we'll see. Like, my writing workflow is solid. It's some of the longer term planning stuff. Reminders can do that. Do like a Kanban type of setup now. I think I've read that, but I need to look at that. Yay, Team Obsidian. Yeah, we need to see. I used to be one of those people that would spend more time exploring tools than using tools. Rattler Jen, I haven't listened to like the year-end episode, but like it's like practically osmosis. What's a house music person's favorite planner? The Hobonichi Techno. That's one of the better dad jokes that we've had in here in a while. That's a good one. Dens. That's exactly what I do. I use scraps paper dotted around the place. I'm not very organized for the most part, but I have a good memory. So I used to have like scrap paper on my desk, like purposefully for that type of stuff. I had to remove them all because they were getting too scattered and less organized. Obsidian has a Kanban board extension. I used Todoist. Todoist had a Kanban board extension, but it wasn't much more robust than Reminders. And Reminders I already pay for, and Todoist is now like $50 a year. I just didn't need that. Okay, cool. Digital media. Let's all look at that. Remodeling our lower level and using a whiteboard. Yeah, big project, big board. I know. My friend Sean Blanc is a big fan of the whiteboards. In his office, just to see. Woke up and just late joining. What's up? I don't know. We've just been hanging out. We've done a giveaway. We've just been chit-chatting today. Talking about planning. I'm switching to Notion because I'm finally jumping Evernote ship with 8K notes. Yeah, it's probably time, unfortunately, Rattler Jen. That stinks. Are there FP-friendly sticky notes? Midori makes some. Who are the other brands that make the FP-friendly ones? That's always a great question because we don't have many options because they have to have a certain coating for the sticker to stick on the previous page, right? Love the whiteboard. My last office meeting rooms had whiteboard walls. Yeah. Gonna try an A4 planner this year. I literally just thought to myself this morning, and I vamoosed that thought from my head really quickly. It's like, maybe I could use a day per page planner again. It's like, don't do it, Brad. Like, that doesn't work for me. That's just fail central for me. I use sticky notes from Hubman and Chub Girl. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds amazing. A4 planners are so big. I wouldn't do A4. It could even be A6, like the Techo size, but I would not use that. My husband writes on the windows. Is your husband John Nash? All right. Did we know, chat? Did we know that the Pilot Explorer fits the Con 70 converter? I'll look at those. Did we know that before I discovered that this morning, chat? I'm sure we did. I'm totally sure we did. Having just one leg makes organizing my desk so much harder. I want to use a whiteboard, but I can't get up to it if it's on the wall. Yeah, the constant up and down would be a big negative. And then like I couldn't use like a desk one because I'd just have it covered up all the time. I hear you, Megalonity, for sure. So I was looking at this. I wanted to ink this up this morning or ink this up this week because I want to test it. I don't have a Pilot Lightive yet, but I'm going to order one. That's on the list too. JetPens promo. What's a JetPens promo? So I was looking at this before I inked it up, and I was like, I could just put in a black cartridge I have in use in one of my vanishing points that I need to clean. I was like, well, black would be fine. Black would be good for this. But I was going, this is a pretty long barrel. I wonder if the Con 70 would fit. So I had one to test, inked in another pen, and lo and behold, it works. So I did not know this till this morning. So now I like the Pilot Explorer even better. This nib. So I got a medium nib just to test it out. Maybe, does it only come in medium? Is that why I ordered a medium nib? I have to show you this. This is the chunkiest medium nib. The line it makes is not that wide, but look at the shape of this thing. That is a chunky medium nib. Like, this thing's like screaming for like some nib work. I don't recall seeing Pilot's medium nibs be this shape before with this much tipping and at this angle. Maybe I just rarely use Pilot's medium nibs, but this thing's screaming for nib work. I found that to be odd, but it writes really well. Like, the lines aren't too wide for me, which is good. So, yeah, the Con 70 fits in here flawlessly. I mean, it just makes an expensive pen more expensive, right? These are pretty expensive for like a starter pen, like $25. Does the Kakuno take the 70? I don't know. Did someone answer that? I don't know for sure. Yeah, this is the Retro Pilot Explorer design. This is the pen I got mad at for stealing the Explorer name for the fountain pen when it was traditionally a needlepoint pen with the porthole. But now I kind of like it. So Kakuno fits the 70. Thank you. Yeah, this nib is screaming to be something. So I bought this because the ones I bought before, I've always given out to Kimberly and Jeff. I think they got my last two for reviews. I've never reviewed one. And so I need to go order a Pilot Lightive to see. Did I write that down? To compare to, just to see if it's exactly the same. Yeah, I wrote that down. To see if it's exactly the same and just a regional name change, which is my guess is what it is. So we'll see. All right, let's do another giveaway. Let's see what else we got. Need to add one of these to the pen wish list. I avoided it for so long because I thought it was overpriced. And I'm not saying it's not overpriced relative to Pilot's other things, but I've kind of come around to like, it's kind of cool. I like the feel. I like the kind of like the long, slender link. I think the style is really good. Like, they did a really good job with the style of these pens. So, yeah, I mean, it's still expensive for what it is, but it's not bad. I think I would prefer the Prera long term because I do like the posting of the Prera. Like, this is like too long to post. And the Prera is one of those interesting pens that you can use it unposted, but it's one of the few pens I prefer posted. Explorer greater than Metro. From a recommendations perspective, I would never recommend the Explorer over the Metro, I don't think. Unless someone's had like wanted a much lighter pen. Oh, JetPens is giving away the Con 70 with Explorer purchase? Really? Well, maybe maybe was that like osmosis that I heard that? That's a deal. Because the Explorer is expensive and the Con 70 is expensive. The Con 70 is like a $7 converter. Yeah, so if you didn't like the heavyweight pen of the Metro, this is a better choice. But it's like $10 more than the Metropolitan. Explorer fits a Con 70, Metro does not, so I prefer the Explorer. 1050 on JetPens? What's 1050? The Con 70? That's crazy. That reminds me, watching the replay of yesterday's stream, the 78G is one step below the Metropolitan. Gotcha. In fact, the Metro is named the 88G in China. Asia market only, but it can be spendy as it often comes in a gift box with a bottle of ink. The EF is very fine. Interesting. Oh, the older Preras have a better snap cap than newer. Interesting. I don't like the Metro. I have two Explorers. That's crazy. The Explorer is not cheaper than the Metro, I don't think. They did raise the price of the Metro a few years ago. So yeah, I'm shocked to hear how many people say they prefer the Explorer over the Metro. I could be tempted. I think I'd still recommend to a brand new user. The Metro. You still don't have a Metro? I mean, you don't need a Metro. Like, I never use the Metro. What is the older Prera? I don't know. Maybe it's just some of the colorways. But, like, the Prera is still an even more expensive pen for not that much more pen improvement, if you will. And your Metro is not called a Metro, it's an MR. So that's a different one. So the MRs were more expensive. Just get a Namiki, just cut to the chase, right? All right, let's do a giveaway. Let me find something to give away. And then we're going to do an unboxing. We might do an inking. We're going to do an unboxing and maybe an inking. Off-topic question, I'm going to be in Atlanta in a couple of weeks for work. Is there any good stationery shops to visit? So now there's a Kinokuniya there. There's no, like, small boutique type fountain pen shops there. But Kinokuniya just opened. And then at Ponce City Market, Archer Stationery is always enjoyable when I go. But that's the list. That's it. I haven't been to the new Kinokuniya yet. It opened like in November. But Archer Paper at Ponce City Market has cool stuff. I do like them. I always end up with a few things from them. They have things like, they carry like the High Tide and a bunch of notebooks and some pens. Sam Flax has some fountain pens. Nice. There's a letterpress shop. Where at? Like at Ponce? All right, let's see what we can give away. I really struggle with buying new pens as I started making my own. It seems like a benefit. Seems like a bonus. Did I give away all the... Let me make sure I've given away all the planners. Okay. Oh, wait, here's one more. Okay, let's give this away. I think I gave one of these away on the blog. It's not necessarily a planner, but it can be a planner. Brad, do you use a special towel like microfiber or paper towel to clean ink off of a nib? I use a paper towel. I mostly use paper towel. If I'm getting, if I'm getting out my cleaning stuff, like if I'm gonna do a batch cleaning, I have the shop towels, like the blue microfiber, not microfiber, but the blue less fibrous paper towels that are called shop towels, but I'm not super particular. I use regular paper towels 3 out of 4 times, and then if I get into like a big batch, I'll get the shop towels because they're more structurally sound. I'm not that particular. All right. So I have one of these Stylogies. Oh, I guess I've given away another notebook today. Well, we're just going to do 2 notebooks. I usually mix it up. I didn't even realize I'd given away the Cafe Note. But this is a cool little Jet Pens A6 365 days notebook. But it's not necessarily dated. It has like a line at the top to where you can basically, if you wanted to use it, you can use it as a regular notebook, or you can use it as a planner by just highlighting the day that you want, like, you know, December 27th kind of thing, right? But it's really, for all intents and purposes, just a notebook, but it's a nice one. And this is a little Jet Pens model, and you can use it for planning or just notebooking journal. It's a cool size. It's a cool color. I'm regretting giving away 2 notebooks, but it'll be okay, right? Tell me it's going to be okay, chat. Tell me it's going to be okay, chat. All right, but this is a cool notebook. It's neat. This is one I should keep and use for like a project notebook, like Boss Breaker Chris was saying. Like, I like A6 size for like projects. Okay. You mean you're okay with getting 2 notebook giveaways in a row? All right, this giveaway is open. I could change it up and put a pin with it, but I'm not. It's a good notebook. It's a great notebook, as a matter of fact. So, Stayology 365 A6 Jet Pens edition. Cool blue cover. I don't know. I guess everyone can use notebooks at the beginning of the year, right? All right. After this, we're doing an unboxing. Straight from Italy. Straight out of Vicenza. Handle with love. Can never have enough notebooks, right? I actually should probably give away more notebooks. I just try to mix it up. Tomorrow we'll have plenty of mixes up. While we're doing this now, so tomorrow is going to be chat appreciation giveaways, where we're just going to do a full giveaway stream. About every 15 minutes, I'm going to do giveaways from my Closet of Doom stream from last week. So I pulled a bunch of products. Before they go into the Icebox of Happiness, I have a bag sitting over here, right here with an eyesight. We're going to give it away. The one thing I'm not going to do, chat, is I'm not going to put that in the stream title, because I want people who know to be here to win the things, right? We're not going to try to try to like drum up everyone in Twitch to come over and get free stuff. Just you, chat. So if you see like a regularly named title, it's for a reason. I'm not trying to like overdrive the hype for it. I want our regular stream viewership here. Yeah, if you know, you know. So it's not going to be get in here hype giveaways, 2-hour giveaway stream. It's just going to be, hey, I should just call the stream like Lilium and whoever said, if you know, you know. That should be the totally not a giveaway stream. Exactly. Tape testing ASMR stream. Yeah. So, yes. Tomorrow, lots of giveaways. And like a lot of good stuff giveaways. So, hopefully you can be here. I apologize if you can't. You know, sometimes we just got to run the schedule. Stuck on the motorway somewhere in Wales. I like how it said Wales. That would be a different location than Wales, for sure. And I'm not sure I'd want to be stuck in Wales. But Wales would be okay. I've already forgotten most of the stuff that I've put in the bag here. Like I can see it from here, but I can't remember what's in it, but it was a lot of good stuff. All right. This entries have stopped. All right, let's pick a winner. It's probably going to be Jacob again, watch. Bork Ben Bork, you have won. You have won the giveaway. It's you. All right, email me, hello@penaddict.com. Tell me your Twitch name. And then tell me you won the Stayology. Do y'all say Stayology or Stology? How do you say this brand name? Do you say Stayology? Is that how it should be pronounced? Seems like that's how it should be pronounced. It's always one that catches me off guard, though. Stology. Ugh. I don't think I can do that. All right, we're down to our last sumo. Only green sumos left. There's like a few. Stology. When did we get a 10 wins club emote, right? I like those emotes, Ivan. Stology. All right, done. We will finish up our sumos tomorrow, and then we'll get back into the Mandalorians and the Shibas. Oh, if Strings and Pedals wins, I have to give her a Shiba sticker. Does 10 wins get you ejected from winning for 6 months? Do we have anyone over 5? We have a couple, like Miss G's, maybe Tess. We have some 5, maybe 6 times, but that's okay. Like, we're a nice, cozy, comfortable group, winning all the things. Just finished October, and my Hobonichi cousin. I'm so behind. Are you gonna finish it? Like, you're just hammering away, finish it up, right? No, we don't have any 9 or 10s. No way. Although Miss G says I lost count, so. Imagine how long we've been doing this, though. We've been doing this for a long time now. All right, let's do this. Miss Cookie has 6. Yeah, I would think about 6 is like the peak. I've never tracked this from the beginning, so we'll have no idea. Thank you, Bork Ben Bork. All right. So I got an email. Oh, man, I'm glad this got here because they put the address, the city kind of wrong. No, it's right over here. I got an email from Kenro Industries, which is the U.S. distributor of Montegrappa, that said, hey, Montegrappa in Italy reached out to us. The mothership reached out to me and wants to send you something for review. And I said, yes, please. So this should be, I should know what it is. They told me what it is. And it's in the show title, so it's not a secret. So I'm assuming this is the new James Bond pen because we talk so much about the crazy expensive James Bond pen that they did. I forget the name of that one. But this is the standard edition James Bond pen, which is still, this is the 007 special issue, which we'll pull these up in a second. Do I get to keep it after the review? This should be a loaner. So this is going to be a loaner pen. Loaned for review. So, all right, let me switch over to the unboxing. And let's see what we got here. So I'm assuming that's what's in here because that's what they said. All right. So we have, okay, yes. So this is the $1,200 version, not the $12,000 version of the Montegrappa. So let's see. Those refillable bullet ink cartridges were silly. I thought that was a highlight of the last one, more so than like the cufflinks and things like of that nature. Bargain. This one's a deal. So I will be reviewing this on the blog, obviously talking about it on the podcast once we resume, probably in the next episode. Super nice box. Oh, here. If y'all want to look at it closely, here's the link to the pen. They didn't ask me to do any of this. I mean, no one asked me to do anything. I don't agree to do anything that I don't want to do. They just said, hey, can we send you this for review? And I said, yep. So there's the link. I just counted this as my 7th win. Okay, then that might be the most. Or at least it's up there. All right, so 007 logo, Montegrappa. Oh, wow, it's like a whole pen case. It's like a pen case. Interesting. So now, you have to carry it in this. So, there you go. It's not leather, it's like a, I don't know what it is. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so this is their fancy packaging. So, pen here. Cartridges, which you have to send cartridges with the pens, but no one's there. If you're buying this pen, you're not using cartridges with it, right? It's not Cordura, but I can't tell what the texture is. It's nice though. It's not like plasticky, but it's not leather. You have a notebook with all of the different movies or books, however you would like to say. Montegrappa little dot grid. 007 notebook. Scan Me, authorized dealers. What is this for? Is this my ink cartridge holster down here? Probably my cartridges go in there, something like that. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, nothing under here. So this is fixed. Yeah, that's pretty well fixed in there. I think if you're gonna do the pin bag, you could probably forego the Ziploc. Just go with the bag, because that looks like a little bit funky. Like I get it, but just go with the sleeve. Okay, it's heavy, all metal. Okay, let's see. Really cool barrel knurling. I am down with that. Montegrappa logo on the end. 007 here. It's a really cool clip. I don't know if there's anything to represent anything here except this. This is the what part of the gun or what is this image like that's in the movies, like the sight thing that opens and closes? Does it have a name? Yeah, but does this like articulate the rifling? So this is deep. So this is actually a space aperture. So it's like a lens aperture. Yeah. It's like yeah. So it's like a camera aperture. But this has depth to it. So yeah. But it's hard to see on camera. It's because it's actually hard for me to see here. So that's what that is. That's that rifling or aperture. So it's got the spin thing on it. I don't know what you call it. This feels really good. So it's all metal. Screw. 007 on the nib. Let's see if I can get that in there. It's kind of hard to see. I can't really get a good shot of this. 007 etched logo. Montegrappa 14K. Does that say 14 or 18? 14K fine nib. Yeah, this is a loner. Shove some washi in there. I should. So this is shaped like the Montegrappa, kind of like slight tapers at the end, slight taper in the grip section. Your fingers definitely get on the barrel threads, but not that much. So it's a shorter section. Cartridge converter fill. So we'll ink this up. It says twist. Yeah, screws in there. So we'll ink this up a little bit. So yeah, I like the knurling on the barrel. It says 55 grams. I'll have to compare it. It doesn't feel too terribly heavy. Like it feels really good at this weight. I doubt you'd want to post it if it's even postable. I mean, technically it's postable, but that's just not comfortable. I don't think anyone's going to do that. So I'll have to look at the description to see if like what like the cap lines and stuff is going to represent, because I really don't know. Okay, so with blunt paired back trims to avoid snags and a flat jet black finish to evade detection. Ooh, it's a stealth pen. Special 007 special issue is incisive yet inconspicuous, a worthy tool of the trade. So, okay, cool. I like how it feels and I like how it looks for sure. So I knew I was going to unbox this today, so I wanted to find some ink to use with it. I don't have any Montegrappa inks, so they do have some inks available, some standard inks. And I went and looked. I thought maybe I had one bottle, but I don't. So I wanted to use something pretty standard for this pen. You know, I'm not going to go putting in shimmer ink or sheen ink or or Chokuro or anything like that. I kind of don't want to use black. So shocking to no one, I'm going to use a blue black ink for this. And I chose a diamine because I wanted to use something. Since this is on loan, I wanted to be moderately careful, right? I know they wouldn't care. They're very open to letting me do whatever I want to do, but because they know I'm not going to do something stupid. Invisible ink would be great if I had any. This is. Let me see this. I want to see this better. Inspired by the handgun. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Is there any what are these design inspirations? Does this mean something, right? And you can tell it's each side has this kind of ridge on it with these grooves. So I'll have to look. I don't have a Montegrappa ink. Oh man, you can really see it in there now. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I just need to get lighting in there, and I just don't have good lighting to see this. So, Dominant Industry Chrome. So I wanted to use a tame ink, so I picked a couple of diamines I'm going to check out, Oxford Blue or Indigo. I'm going to pick one of these. I'm just going to go with a basic blue to fill with this my first time. So let me see which color I want to do. I mean, I could just pick one and do it, but I couldn't decide, so I figured I'd test them out real quick. It kind of needs writer's blood. Do I have writer's blood? I don't have writer's blood. I don't have writer's blood or ox blood. Oxford was why I grabbed it, right? Oxford seems like the choice without even testing these, right? You know how I have Montegrappa ink in the cartridges, but I'm not going to use a cartridge. I'm not going to use one of the little black ink Montegrappa cartridges. Yeah, I hear you. But I think Oxford Blue's got to be it, right? The cap design is reminiscent of the side of a pistol, the bit you pull back. I see what you're saying, yeah. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good blue. And then indigo. I feel like all the handgun references in the pen are making me uncomfortable. I think a lot of us wouldn't be okay with a pen that is glorifying a handgun, but if we take the same pen and slap a James Bond label, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I think it does probably make a lot of people uncomfortable. In a gun weapony kind of way. Like, I'm not a gun weapony type of guy, right? So you were definitely not wrong there. All right, so Oxford, probably Oxford, I think. But yeah, I mean, they are marketing it as like part of the 007 story, and that was part of the deal. You know, I could choose not to do it because of that, right? Yeah. Indigo, not close. Oxford Blue. Gun weapony guys, don't say gun weaponies. Yeah. Oxford blue. All right, so we're going to go full dip here instead of just the converter. Oh, I bet that's not gonna fit though. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. All right, hang on. We're just gonna do converter. Diamine Earl Grey. Oh, this is screw. Would rather have the Aston Martin. Do they have an Aston Martin pin? Oh, there's I was wondering what this is. They have a agitator in there. Do I have Earl Grey? I might have Earl Grey. I'm gonna go with this Oxford though. Oh, I need something to wipe this off on. Let me get a paper towel real quick. Because I don't want to, since it has threads in here, I just want to get the ink out the threads before I screw it back in. All right, we'll give that a second to start writing. All right. Very cool. I really love how this feels. I like the threaded converters too, except I always try to just yank them completely out. Better would be a Tombow 007 Martini shaker. Oh, they should do a Martini one. That would be a better Bond one than like a gun one. So Montegrappa uses Yovo nibs, and you can tell just by the little top little shape on there, the little line. And I like them because they're super firm. So this is probably going to take a minute to ink up. I didn't bring a wide enough bottle. The one thing I didn't think about was bringing a wide enough bottle to ink it directly. If that pen wasn't so expensive, I'd be interested. Yeah, it doesn't, like the price is like way out of my wheelhouse. But I like the pen as a pen. I just, like, I'd never be able to pay that price. I kind of want, I mean, I'd want something different if I was paying that price. Right? But for what it is, it feels great. I do like the metal. I like the metal barrel. I like the knurling. Does anyone else do like a knurled barrel? Because I like this feel. What's the measurement of an A5 notebook? I'd have to grab it for you. I used to do a Spoke Icon does, not the barrel, just the grip. So it's not knurled in the grip, it's just in the barrel. I feel like this is one that will do really well on the secondary market when you can pick it up for $50 off retail. I think you're probably right. Like, I'm not seeing enough for this price, unless you're like a James Bond super fan, which I'm not, to say, oh, this is amazing and you should buy this. But if you told me it was $500 or $600, then it's a different pin. So I don't think you're wrong with that. I'm looking into knurling in the early stages of the moment. Nice. I like knurling. All right, so we'll give this a minute. It's probably going to be a minute. Since I did not bring a wide enough ink bottle. Wish the nib was black. Don't like the gold nib. I could see black. I don't know, the gold. I would just probably rather prefer a silver just because that's me. Also because of the lens thing is silver. But I don't think black would work in this pen. For some reason. I don't... Like, I get the all black look. I think it might look nicer with the gold or silver nib. My rat is out and keeps walking on my keyboard. That's like Toby doing giveaways. Jaws had the gold teeth. This is the Montegrappa 007 special issue that Montegrappa sent to me. All right, we'll let that sit. I think it'll probably do well. I mean, Montegrappa is one of those companies where their clientele, they know their clientele. Like, and they're gonna, they know they're gonna be able to sell a ton of these pens. Just like the big case one. Yeah, rich for sure. They make very expensive pens. Their customers can afford it. They do so much. It's kind of impressive that they have that type of clientele. This is like mid-range price for them. Like the Montegrappas I use are like $300-400. I don't have the super expensive ones. I do like their custom ones though. That would be like a dream scenario if I built like a custom one. I don't know if they even still do that. Brett, I think your audience is more TWSBI users. I'd say so. That's why I don't do all the that's why I don't do like all the ultra premium reviews. That's not my style either. I think it's as much my style as the audience's style. Which is why I've turned down like a bunch of things in the past. Like, I don't think that's really something my viewers would be interested in. This one I think is fun though. So I will definitely review this. I don't even know all the Bonds. I guess I grew up with Roger Moore Bond, and I know Pierce Brosnan Bond. Oh, and I guess Sean Connery Bond was probably my first Bond, and then Roger Moore, right? Was kind of my memories of Bonds, but I can't name all the movies or any of that stuff. All the hobbies with 100 biddies. Never seen a Bond filmed. Oh, and I guess, what's his name? Daniel Craig. What's the current one? Why am I blanking on his name? I've watched probably, I don't know, I've watched several of them. Gamma with the stream giveaways. Daniel Craig, yeah. So I don't know all the Bond lore for sure. I haven't seen, yeah, I guess Timothy Dalton was in that my range, like in the movies. It used to be, again, like all these movie stuff, like it used to be bigger, right? Back in the day when that's all you had to do was wait for the movie launch and to go out there. McPenthusiast, 7 months of subbing. right? It's like, oh, like the new this is out. Let's go see that. Ivan Neo with the 100 biddies. All right, let's do a giveaway. Not the Bond pin. We're not giving that away. I will get fired. All right, let's see. Post Brosnan. Yeah, Pierce Brosnan. God, the more you think about it, there's been a lot of Bonds. Yeah, but it's all we had to do back in the day, right? Another notebook? No, I've learned my lesson. I need to fix my books. We almost had a book catastrophe here. Hey, what's up, Seth? What's up? We almost had a book catastrophe.
What are these?
Man, I'm out of pen. I need to really get into those icebox pens for tomorrow. All right, I guess we'll go back into the knock zone. Oh, here's a cool one. All right. Can't see the pin 100 box. It's the holidays. It's the Christmas cards go in front of the pin box. So probably next week I'll take them down. Luckily, I haven't been able to get in there yet. There we go. All right. I missed it. What did I miss? Hydra Eyeballs. This is a Sapelo from the 2017 Kickstarter project with a mega bright interior. So steel gray, then like safety orange interior. So this fits your 3.5 by 5.5 notebooks. And it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. So let's give this away. Perfect passport holder, absolutely. So yeah, we'll give this one away. All right, Gamma. Thank you for the ink drop redemption. I appreciate you. And so does chat. So we have exclamation point raffle. Enter to win. Anyone can enter. Anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You just have to be present and email me. Say, hey, it's me. I won. And I'm going to try to get this pin going. Matt Lold. Thank you for the first chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate the follow. Ambrose the Gamer. You also followed. Wow, I've missed all these. Thank you, Ambrose. Thank you, Matt. Glad you're here. A $2,000 pen that doesn't write, that's like completely unfair. That's not how this works at all. Do you use fountain pens, Narg? Like, this is normal when you have to do this. Yeah, I just don't like give people ideas that are just not based in reality. If I would have filled it normally, I would have been in much better shape, but I let myself down. One of my distant cousins was one of the first James Bonds, George Lazenby. That's crazy. I'm not a pen person, but loving the content. Nice. Dabber, do you think Montegrappas don't write as well from the beginning as others? Like, I think Pilot, if you put a cartridge in, it writes immediately. But then some pens, say like Montegrappa, maybe like don't write immediately, right? Yeah, if you don't use a pen for a few days, sometimes you gotta prime it. Like, fountain pens are particular, chat. That's why some people just go for ballpoints or roller balls. I think it's because Pilot's converter openings are huge. Yeah, see? Like, it's right there. We're almost there, chat. But this is pretty normal. You're going to lose your license to fill. This is literally pretty much every time I fill a fountain pen, it's like this. There we go. Shocking. Ooh, this is a very flowy. It's a very flowy fine nib. I like it. I like it. Oh, raffle's over. Yeah, this is a very wet. This is not what I expected. In a good way. This is a good ink combination with this nib. So this is a fine 14K fine, essentially Yovo nib unit. So it's firm, so you're not getting a lot of like flex or give in the nib, but it flows like a beast. That's awesome. Yeah, this pen writes. This pen writes. All right. Let's pick a giveaway winner. Is it a stock nib unit? Yes. So like I literally just unboxed it. Fine. Stock, fine nib. Yep. The ink is Oxford Blue Diamine. Oxford Blue. All right, let's pick a winner. Nib to Bits. That's a first time winner, right? Nib to Bits, for sure. Yes, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Nib to Bits, hello. First time winner? Yes. I think. So what you need to do, what's up, Eric? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. Changed my username I won once before. Nice. I was going to say that's a new username for sure. So you know the rules. Email me, hello@penaddict.com. Tell me your Twitch name, Nib to Bits, and tell me you won the Sapelo, or just tell me you won the Notco case. Congratulations. Nice. Yeah, this is a cool one. I like this case. All right, here it is. All right, chat. What else do we need to cover today? Anything else? It seems like the second one is easier. First one. Oh, we got a rat. We got a rat typing. Nice. Thank you, Megalinity. I appreciate that. That was awesome. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Anything else y'all want to chat about today? I think I'm covered on what I wanted to get to. Tomorrow, Glyph, 12 months of subbing. Why is this just popping up now? Because it is very time sensitive with the Prime subs down to the second. And sometimes you could be watching for like an hour and it just goes, hey, that second ticked over. Now it has been exactly the amount of time I need. Therefore, you may now Prime. So thank you, Glyph. Hope you're doing well. The rat said rigged. Why did they block Rat? That's dumb. Twitch gonna Twitch. Chat. All right, anything else we need to talk about today? Have you heard of Elvis and Cressy? They make upcycled notebook covers from leather cutoffs and old firehouses. No, but that sounds super interesting. Louis Vuitton poo pen. Did they make a poo looking pen? That's not cool. I mean, unless we want to talk about a poo looking pen, I'd be down for that. His name is Marty Mouse and he has curly hair. Your rat has curly hair? I haven't seen like curly hair. You send me a picture. I need a rat picture, Megalinity, for the icebox. You know, just saying. Just saying. Oh, chat shared their favorite doctors from Doctor Who. I don't know. I've never watched really Doctor Who except when I was younger. I had a friend that was really into Doctor Who with like the curly-headed Doctor Who. I haven't watched any of the modern Doctor Who's at all. And I know I would totally love Doctor Who. That's like right up my alley. His breed is Rex. Okay, I'll have to look. Peanut butter and jam for lunch. That is a high probability. Unless I get out my Instant Pot, clean it out, and make some rice to do something with. But peanut butter and jam does sound pretty good. It's a great time to start watching. Yeah, with the new Doctor. I know. Like, again, we talked about this yesterday. The shows on my list that I know I would like that I don't watch is just enormous. Doctor Who would be one of them, for sure. But yeah, when I was growing up, one of my friends was big into Doctor Who, so I would watch the episodes with the curly-headed doctor, but I don't know all the other doctors. Other than Benedict Cumberbatch a doctor? Was that a thing? Lessons in chemistry for sure. That's actually on the written list. My wife loves Hospital series. My daughter loves Hospital series. She's watching, not Hospital right now, but she's watching the Station 19. Station 19, is that the one? The fire? Ben was not a doctor. I know. That's why I always see like Dr. Marvel or Dr. Strange. Yeah. He was a Sherlock. He was a Doctor Strange. I didn't know if maybe in his younger days he seemed like he could have been, like before he was Benedict Cumberbatch, he could have been a doctor, right? Grey's Anatomy spinoff. She's watched all of Grey's Anatomy twice. See, that's like a prime number 42. Seeing the things I don't know. But I should watch Doctor Who. Sherlock shows were good. I did hear that the Sherlocks were good. Ads coming to Prime Video. So my dad did say, this is random, and then we're going to go after this. So my dad, they watch Netflix some, but not enough. So he's like, oh, let's do the ad-supported one. Which is like $6.99 Netflix. He said we watched a movie, like an hour-and-a-half movie the other night. He's like, we only got one ad. He's like, I'm fine with that. They'll probably start selling more ads, but he was content with the one ad per movie. He's like,